first weekish, right? You're on a tribe doing so well. You're not going to tribal. How does that feel? Do you still feel like you're in the game?
It's surreal. Just getting the call that you're going to be on the show. It's like an out of body experience. And you land on the beach, and there's Jeff, and there's the cameras, and you're there. You're part of it. It seems like the absolute best case scenario is you go out and you just win everything. It's like, why wouldn't you? But it changes the experience. It's almost like it was just a camping trip. Kumbaya, look, we're on Survivor. Hey, look, this is great. The opportunities to strategize and to start backstabbing and playing Survivor and never materialized because we never went to tribal council. So it was a fantastic experience, and it was a lot of fun, made some great friends, but it was different than most people's first 8 days on Survivor.
So are you just kind of bonding? I mean, on the edit, we see a four forming. Was that real?
Yeah, absolutely. There was a lot that didn't make the edit. Like Steven and I had a final three alliance right out of the gate. We had a little conversation. Said, look, right now you and I have a 1 in 18 chance of winning this game. We work together, and no one knows, and we go to the end. We'll make fire against each other. Now we got a 50-50 shot at this. Two people working together covertly are going to win this game. And we called ourselves the early birds. And we'd walk, when we'd see each other on the trail, we'd tweet, 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 tweet was our little code thing. Keep, just checking in, tweet, tweet. And, that never made the edit. It never materialized and became part of the storyline. MC is awesome. I wanted to work with her right out of the gate. In that marooning challenge, she impressed the hell out of me. I thought whoever she's working with is going to have a massive advantage, and I want it to be me. I think initially, if we'd have gone to tribal day one, I think it would have been Jason. But after a couple of days getting to know Jason, I would never write his name down. He's the coolest guy you'll ever know. What a great human. And we all became friends. And the camaraderie when you see us going into the challenges with the Hina, that was Christina's idea. She was the tribe cheerleader, but it was legit. It was real. We were loving every minute of being out there, and it was so fun to just keep winning, even though it changed the dynamic of things. It was a great time, great experience.
When you get on, the mats for the swap and you see your new tribe, now how are you feeling?
I knew that wasn't going to end well. It was kind of an emotional roller coaster with, oh, great. Finally, something's going to happen. We're going to start playing Survivor. It's going to be awesome. And I looked around at who had what color buff, and I thought, you got to get lucky a couple of times to win Survivor. And this is the opposite of getting lucky. This is going to be hard to recover from, and it changed things. If my little plan with Juwan to flip on Nate, if that would have worked, it would have been awesome. It would have been amazing. People would be talking about it, and it would be a massive move. But it was too early for a big move. And Juwan was in a great spot. And it's kind of like, it's just the obvious move is get rid of Ahina. We got Jason, we got Matt. Who's it going to be? And so they played it safe.
You trying to make a move is absolutely what you have to do. The downside is you just don't fully understand everyone's relationships yet. You've just been thrown into this. So those conversations you're having before tribal, you throw out your plan, but are you also hearing, hey, are you willing to vote out Jason? Are you getting both of those convos?
Early on, as the sun was coming up, Jason, Sophie, and I said, look, what are we going to do? We have to do something. This tribe swap didn't work out in our favor. We got 4 Ulis that they're running the show. And I said, look, I went on the journey with Juwan. I've got some history with him. We're friendly towards each other. I think I might be able to flip him. Like, and they had no better idea. And I met back, we're touching base all throughout the day. And at one point I told Sophie, I said, look, Juwan is on board. Juwan says he's willing to do it. And I didn't know that at the time Sophie was already, working with Nate and had kind of been taken in as an Uli. She did say, look, I think our only move is to flip on Jason. And I said, well, I don't know. I kind of want to play this angle, because at that, I'd had 8 days on the beach with Jason. I grew to love the guy, and I'm thinking, I'm in a bad spot. There's not that many paths forward, but I think I'd try and make a fake idol before I'd start pitching. Let's write Jason down. That's just not how I want to play it. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do that. She knew, she had more information than I did. She was trying to help me out.
Oh, right. So when you get to tribal though, and you kind of perk up and you were like, oh, I didn't realize Sophie had been adopted already. Do you think about playing your shot in the dark at all?
No, you know what? I was trying to be an actor and play the, oh, woe is me. Oh, it's going to be me or Jason. Oh, this is so sad. And I was grasping on the thread that hopefully these guys are acting too, because, throughout the day, Jason, Juwan, Sophie, and myself had, brief conversations like, yeah, Juwan's on board. We're going to do it. Write down Nate. Okay. Just don't say anything. Just write down Nate. And they did a good job of smoke screening me. I thought, even though it seems, Sophie might be actually working with them, and this is all coming, unraveling right in front of me. If these guys write down Nate and I play my shot in the dark and throw away my vote, I'm going to look like the biggest chump in Survivor history. And I thought, it's a Hail Mary. There's a very slim possibility that it's going to work. But if I'm the guy who screws it all up because I throw out my shot in the dark, I'll never recover from that. So I just thought, no, it's not an option. We're going to let this play out. This is my one path forward, and I'm committed to it.
So, I mean, obviously we're fans. We've been watching this show, but what is the biggest difference between watching it and actually being out there playing it?
It's a hard game. You don't realize that sitting on your couch that those challenges are legit. I mean, you got mud in the back of your eye socket and deep in your ear hole, and those ramps are tall, and the whole challenge, you're out of breath. It's one of those things like, oh, that doesn't look that hard. Well, it's not if you have 30 seconds to sit there and catch your breath, but you don't have 30 seconds to sit there and catch your breath. The challenges are legit. They're hard, and you don't understand that sitting there watching it at home. The whole living outdoors part for me was easy. I was, well, let's go get some crabs. Let's eat some snails. Let's catch some fish. Let's build a shelter. I'll show you how to make a fire. This is easy stuff. So that was fun for me. Yeah, being there versus watching on TV, yeah, I would say you underestimate those challenges until you're in the middle of them. They're legit.
And this is coming from someone who won a lot of those challenges.
the adrenaline, and like Jeff's yelling, you don't even know he's there. You're in it. And like you said, I won a lot of challenges. That the one that mattered, the last one, I put myself in the balance beam position because I didn't want somebody else screwing it up for me. Because if I knew if we lose, I'm in trouble. My pitfall on that one was I was trying to move too fast. In retrospect, all I had to do was slow down. It's not hard to walk across a freaking beam carrying some blocks, but I was trying to do it too fast and I fell off 3 times. But something like that, you practice that at home. Oh yeah, I can walk on a beam, no problem. Yeah, bring it. But when you're there, it's different.
Well, how did this experience change you?
They say opportunity of a lifetime. Yeah, it was amazing. It's something that no one can ever take away. Sure, I left earlier than I wanted to, but I was there. Very few people can say that, and it was awesome. I'd go back in a heartbeat. I'd go back tomorrow if they asked me to. I'd move out there. I'd live on that island if they let me. Laying there at night and looking at the Milky Way with no light pollution, looks like somebody just slathered paint across the sky. And I don't know if it changed me, but it's something that I have that no one can take away. I was there. I experienced it. I enjoyed every minute of it, and I'll be thinking about it on my deathbed. I'll go, I remember when I went out to Fiji and did that Survivor game. It was amazing.
It is. It's so incredible. Just going through the casting experience and getting a call is such an accomplishment. So getting out there is quite incredible. Thank you so much for your time today, Matt.
Yeah, thank you.